Hi everyone, my name is Lamine and today we are going to learn more Arabic letters and a bit more about them. But before we start, if you like this video, you should like it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to learn more. Before we start, I'm going to note a few of the rules when you have to read the Arabic letters. First of all, you have to start by being truthful because you have to know if you want to do this. Do you want to learn the Arabic letters? Yes or no? You have to be truthful to yourself and make a decision. But I recommend you to learn them because these are the foundation of the Arabic language. And if you don't learn these, you won't be able to speak Arabic in a good way. People won't understand the way you talk in Arabic. So I recommend you to start by learning the Arabic letters because these Arabic letters are the foundation of the Arabic books. Anything that contains Arabic. Second rule, you have to pay very good attention because these, if you want to learn them, you have to pay very good attention because this is no joke. If you want to learn, you learn. You don't want to learn, that's your problem. But I recommend you to learn them because they are very important. But you should really pay attention because you cannot just pass and you finish so quickly. You have to pay attention to what they say. And when you read the alphabets, you don't need to feel nervous because if it's your first time, it's okay. Anyone can feel nervous, so there's no reason to feel like nervous or like you will do a bad job because it's your first time. So you don't necessarily need to worry. Just try your best. And remember, before you do anything, you have to say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Also, all these letters are made by the faith you have in God. So if you have faith in God, that's a very good thing because God is very good. Because if you learn these, God will bless you and you'll become someone very amazing one day. So you have to learn these because they are very, very important for you. Without further to say, let's start. First of all, we start with the facts. Now, I'm going to start by saying that there are 28 and 29 letters in the Arabic language. Now you may not understand because there can never be like 28 or 29. There must be a specific number. Well, in total there is 29. There is 29 letters, but one of them do not have a sound. And that is the very, very first letter of the Arabic alphabet, alif. But in total, there are 29 letters because it still counts as a letter in Arabic. But you must know that alif does not have a sound. So even though it counts as a letter, it doesn't really strongly play a role. Next fact, the letters who follow alif are long because take by example ba. You don't say ba, you say ba because there is alif in that letter. So you have to know that all the other letters who are following have alif in it. But alif, we pronounce it normally alif because it's its own letter. But all the others have alif in them. So that's what you must remember. In the Arabic language, there are two sorts of letters: light letters and heavy sounds. The heavy letters are, take by example, ba. Well, ba. Ba is a light letter because it comes out of the mouth naturally. Ba. However, ha. Take example, ha. It comes out of the mouth, but the way you say it doesn't come out naturally. It comes out with the mouth being full, with a heavy tone. Ha, ha. So those are, by example, the heavy letters and the light letters. Now, without further to say, let's start. In the first part, we learned 7 letters. Those are alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, ha. Now, before we start, I'm just going to remind you of the letters. So, follow me. Alif, alif, alif. Ba, ba, ba. Ta, ta, ta. Sa, sa, sa. Jim, jim, jim. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Now that I've refreshed your memory about the first letters, let's start by learning the new letters. The letter that comes after ha, it starts with the letter D and finish with alif. Well, it doesn't necessarily finish with alif, but finishes with al. And this letter is dal. Dal, dal, dal. But you don't say dal like this. Dal. You have to make sure there's no water comes out of your mouth, because usually when you talk, there's breath and little splats of water come out of your mouth. But when you say da, you have to make sure that nothing comes out of your mouth, just the sound. Dal, dal. Alif, ba, da, sa, jim, ha, ha, dal. Next on the list is val, but we don't necessarily say val. We say a soft Z. Zal, zal, zal. Because not everything you hear is not going to sound like it. Take by example the word that in English. You might think it's tat, but actually it's that. That. We don't say, oh, what is tat? We say, what is that? And that's the same thing for val. Zal. Instead of val, we say zal, soft C. Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, ha, dal, zal. Next letter is the letter R. R, 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 ha, ha, R, ha. Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, ha, dal, zal, ha. Ra is actually the second heavy letter. What comes after Ra? We move back to the light letters. It's a simple letter. It's za. Za is a simple letter. It's really easy. It's the easiest letter. Za, za, za. Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, ha, dal, zal, ra, za. Next letter that follows after za is a letter that starts with a sharp S. So you don't say sa. You say s. It has to be really, really, really sharp. Okay. This letter is sin. 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 Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, ha, dal, zal, ra, za, sin. Next letter is shin. Like sin, you have to make the S sharp. Sin, sin. That's how you say it. You don't say shin. First of all, when you say shin, you have to make it long because there's alif in it, like I said before. And the S has to be sharp. Shin. That's how we say it. Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, ha, dal, zal, ra, za, sin, shin. We're almost at the end, my friends. Next one on the list is sod. Now, you may have heard of sod, since sod I think is a common letter in the Arabic language, because I mostly hear sod more than anything in the Arabic language. Sod, sod, sod. Alif, ba, ta, sa, jim, ha, ha, dal, zal, ra, za. Seen. Sheen. Sod. Now we are heading towards the last letter and the end of this video. The last letter for today is dod. 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 You don't say dod like dod. You say dod. First of all, like I said before, make it long because there's alif in it. And the dod, you don't say like any normal. It has to be like dod. I think it has to be like quite hard. The D has to be hard, I think. But anyway, we have reached the end. If you have made it through the end, thank you so much for watching this video. Yes, I made it more longer than the first one, but that was the point, to give you more information. Now, if you like the video, comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to learn some more about my channel. Bye, and I'll see you in the next episode.